Welcome back to Horse Branch Sawmill. We're back at the edger today. I've had a few requests, people wanting to see this thing, what's on the inside. As you notice, I took the cover off. If you've seen any of the previous videos, it's just a plywood cover. I put it up there because this thing throws chips back at me. But yeah, I've had a couple people reach out and they want to see what's inside of this thing. It's pretty basic, straightforward. This saw right here does not move. It stays in this position all the time. That one will slide on this shaft. It'll come all the way over to, I don't know if you can see that line, but it'll come all the way over to there. And it'll slide all the way over to there. And that's what determines the width of your boards you make. This is the end feed roller. Stick your board in here. Of course, that's turning. Stick it in there and it'll catch it and pull it, and that's a weighted roller. It holds it down. The board goes on through. Then it'll come out over here to lift this roller up. Comes out. This is just like a splitter behind the big circle saw, but just a piece of angle. Keeps the strip over here, the board here, and there'll be another strip over there. And I guess just keeps it from pinching. Then it rolls on out here, and we stack the lumber out here or over here. Strips is going right there for now. Power comes in there from out at the tractor. Comes over to the big pulley. Pair of belts up to the little pulley. And that's it. And the power on the other side goes off the mandrel. And there's a flat belt that goes around the mandrel over there. We'll walk over there. As the saw's turning, it turns that, and this flat belt's just routed around it. And that's what turns these big wheels on the side. And that's what powers the in-feed roller and the out-feed roller. And then there's all the stuff I built in the last couple of videos of it. It's got grease fittings. Anywhere there's something that moves, it's got a grease fitting. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up top. There's one on each pillar bearing. There's one right here on the tensioner. Go back around to the other side. Thing over here. Grease fitting, grease fitting, grease fitting. And there's the 3 I showed you from over there. And everything else is just keep it oiled up, like the shaft where this moves. Keep it oiled up. Keep this shaft here oiled up so it'll slide good. And this piece right here, that's what's connected back to my arm to move to change the width. It was once poured with Babbitt for bearing material that runs in this groove. And I don't know anybody around that pours Babbitt anymore. We'll get you in here. Yeah, it runs in that groove right there. So we've replaced that twice now because the Babbitt's gone. What is in it now, believe it or not, is an engine bearing. It's a main, I guess it's a main bearing. I don't think it's a rod bearing. I think it's a main bearing I know it's out of a 5.9 Cummins, but it fit perfect. As far as diameter, the width I had to trim down some. But it seems to be holding up very well. The last machinist made me a bearing out of aluminum, and I didn't think it would last, and it didn't. It ran for about 6 months, and it wore slap out. Now let me pause it right here. I think I can find it and show it to you and explain to you a little better. Okay, I found it. This is what the machinist made. It sits, I should have showed this to you at first. It sits in this piece right here, and it runs in that groove. I don't know how well you can be able to see that, but it runs in that groove. And he cut it, he built it just like the Babbitt was poured. Got the shoulders around the side. Works like a thrust bearing, but it's aluminum, and he said it wouldn't last. But you can see it eat the side of it up, and I changed it out before it started galding up on my shaft. So right now we got you can see where it eat part of the end off of it there now, right here. But right now we got a bearing out of a 5.9 Cummins engine in it. And if that holds up, it'd really surprise me if it holds up. But it's got to hold up longer than this. And no more trouble than it is to swap out. Whenever they wear out, I just put another in there because I got a whole brand new set. So I've got enough to replace them several more times. But back to the working part of the edger. We can come back here on my end, or whoever's running it. Here's where you set your width. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's gonna be a 22 over here. I've never had it that wide. But all your half sizes is in there too, like 7. That'd be 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, and so on. And all you do is pick it up, slide it over, set it back down in the little teeth there so it don't bounce around. But that's 4 inches right there. And always go past it and drag it back. There's 6, 8, 10, and so on. I mean, it's very simple. But I'll take you up here and set you up, and I'll move them. I'm gonna have to pause it though and put you on a stand. Okay, I got you set up there. I'll go back here on the other end and I'll move it, and you can see what happens up there when I move the handle back here. All right there we're set on 10 inches. I'm gonna take it all the way down to 4. There's 4. And we run that board, say the next one's gonna be the 8 inch. There's 8. It goes out, well, we're gonna cut another 1x4 or 2x4. There's 4. Shoot that board through there. The next one, let's just say it's gonna be 10 inches. No, let's go all the way to 12. There's a 12-inch board. So it's just that simple. And when you run it every day, everything moves extremely well. But if it sits, if it sits there for like a week, not being run, everything gets a little stiff. I guess the oil dries up on it, but just shoot a little oil on it and fire it up and go to making some lumber. And it's got, I don't know how well you can see it, it's got the teeth just like a big circle mill. You can take your tool and put in here and roll them out. Then you can roll another one right back in it. I just put a set in it. whenever got it back up and running last week. But it does an extremely good job for what it is, as old as it is. In my previous videos I have showed what it is. It is a Turner built in Statesville, North Carolina, built, I don't know, an hour and a half from here. And to be honest with you, I have never seen that. I wonder if that's the model of it, model number, a G206L. While the cover is off of it, I don't like running it without the cover because it covers me up with stuff back here. I may run a few boards through there and let you get a first-hand look down in there at how everything works and what it looks like when it's running. So let me cut this off. I'll go get the tractor back up to it and hook the shaft, hook the PTO up, and we'll run a couple boards in it. All right, tractor's connected. I don't know if you can hear it out there running or not, but I'm gonna go turn the PTO on, throttle it up, and I'll send a couple boards through there. The first few is like 13 feet long, 12.6, 12.8, 12-foot lumber, in other words. But I'll go fire it up. Stand by, I'll be right back. Well, I hope that kind of sums it up so you can see how everything works. I had to stop. I got to put this cover back on. It's covering me up. There's chips all the way back to my sawmill. So yeah, the cover's going to have to go back on before I finish edging my boards. I don't want to lose an eye. I should wear safety glasses, but I do sometimes. This is not a safety video, so don't copy me. Wear safety glasses, folks. But yeah, that's going to do it. If anybody else has got any more questions or comments of what they would like to see the edger doing, feel free to let me know, and I'll see what I can do. That's going to be it for this one, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.